Hi, this is my review of our new Haier HW80-1479 washing machine. We received this machine from AO.com last week, so we've had a good few days to play around with it now. And the thing that really stands out about this washing machine is just how easy it is to use. We looked at a lot of washing machines before selecting this one, and some of them had all sorts of dials and buttons and displays. It's so easy. Watch this. You just turn the machine on, use the control knob to select the program you want, and then you can set the temperature of the wash, anything up to 90 degrees, the speed of the spin, anything up to 1400 RPM, whether you want an intense program, some extra rinse, and then press the play button. That's all there is to it. It's very easy. The only slight issue regarding ease of use is these buttons. They're not particularly sensitive buttons. So as you can see, I'm pressing this button now and nothing is happening. You have to really give it a quite hard push to get anything to happen. Fortunately, you do get some audible feedback when something does happen, so it doesn't leave you in too much doubt whether something's happening or not. There's a display here which tells you how long is left on the machine, and you can set a programmable delay for when the wash is finished. So in the next bit of the video, we'll see this in action. So let's talk now about the performance of the washing machine. The first thing we chose to do was a quick wash program. That's only a 15-minute wash, and we've got a family of 4 kids, so we tend to use the quick washes wherever possible. The only issue we found with the quick wash program is that you can only select a maximum spin speed of 1000 RPM. So although the washing came pretty clean, it only spun at 1000 RPM, so the washing was quite wet. After that, we chose the Eco program, and the advantage of the Eco program then is that you can set the spin speed to 1400 RPM, and that made a massive difference. The washing was a lot drier when it came out. We've also tried the standard program. The standard program adds an extra 10 minutes on over the Eco program. Didn't seem to make a huge amount of difference, so I don't imagine we'll be using that very often. There is an advantage of using the standard program though, because if you choose standard and set to 60 degrees, then, and only then, it appears, you can use the full 8 kilo capacity. Most of the other wash programs are limited to 4 kilos. The others that allow you to do 8 kilos are mix and also the pre-wash. As I said, we got this machine from AO.com last week. Now the time slot they gave us was very accurate, and when the installers arrived they were very helpful, very friendly. There was one slight problem with the install, however. This machine has an extra panel which is supposed to go underneath the machine to reduce the noise. It's got a felt backing on it. Unfortunately, it seemed that the installers were doing the same thing that they would do for any washing machine, so they weren't reading through the manual. There was a before use section in the manual, and that's where it states to install this extra panel. They presumably have taken that away with them, disposed of it. I got straight onto AO.com when I realised there was a problem, and they've ordered a replacement part, which should be here in the next few days. Unfortunately, at the moment, because we're running without this extra panel, the machine does seem quite noisy. I'm hoping that when it arrives, that will reduce the noise considerably. It would have been nice if the material had been marked in some way, this extra panel, something like, do not dispose of, this is not packaging, but that didn't happen. So here's a close-up look at the control panel of the machine, just in case you couldn't see it properly from when it was over there. You can see our control knob with a nice bright LED. Feels very good when you're turning around, very good quality. And there's the buttons for adjusting the temperature and the speed of the spin. You can set an intense and an extra rinse. As you can see, that's bumped up the time quite considerably for the intense program, another half an hour on there. It's also a programmable delay, so you can set how long it will be until the program finishes. only other thing to note about this washing machine is that it's quite deep compared to our previous washing machine, which was an Indesit branded. Now, the previous washing machine sat pretty much flush with these cupboards. Because we have our outlet pipe tucked away in the back corner there, this machine being a little bit deeper is now sticking out, which is a bit of a shame. So if you're tight for space, or if you have your outlet pipe directly behind your washing machine, you might find the same problem. I'm going to have a quick look inside the detergent tray there. Got space for liquids and powder. But overall, we are happy with the washing machine. I'll probably give it 3.5 out of 5 because there are some issues with it, and I feel it's been a little bit disingenuous talking about the 8 kilo capacity because it's not that easy to use the 8 kilos. But AO were very good, and overall we're pretty happy.